and we're looking at the water filter today. We got a new water filter, and the problem is you should watch my previous videos about the water filter. We have the pre-filter, the first filter, which is a cheap cartridge. Basically, we're using the let me see if I can show it to you, the AP810. It's just a big cartridge, nothing inside, no carbon. And then it goes, that's what's inside here. We have the whole manifold. You can see it in the prior video. It goes through here, and then it goes through the second filter, which is the AP917HD. And the problem is that's a carbon filter, and that's taking it down to like 5 microns. This, I don't know what this is. This is probably taking it down to like 20 microns. So the thing is, it's stuffing up every like 6-8 months, and it's costing about $160, these filters. So we're looking for a more permanent solution. You can see they all have bypasses, and they can each be reverse flushed out manually by hooking up a hose here, and I do that, but it still gets stuffed up. So we got a new filter, and I'll show it to you. It's basically a sand filter, and it comes in a big box. You can see it over here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a big sand tank. We only got 1 out of 4 boxes, but it's a good 4.5 feet tall. And we'll open it up and see what's inside. We need a razor blade. There's a little box damage, but everything looks okay here. And let's take a look at it. I think what I'll do is shake it out without breaking it. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else in the box. Alright, well, the computer didn't come yet. I was hoping the top of it would be here. We could play with the computer. But, just to give you a look at the unboxing, this is what you're going to get in that main box. It looks like a fiberglass container. Roughly, I just want to measure it for you guys. See how tall it is off the ground. And I'll put all the links in the description. About 53 inches. So it's 4 feet 5 inches. Let's take a look at it. And let me get some good lighting for you guys, because that's always an issue in these videos, is getting good lighting. So I got my good halogen work light. That always seems to help. I use it in all my generator videos. Let's plug it in. Alright. That's better. Okay, so you can see it's basically just a big, like a thermos. Fiberglass, I believe. Fiberglass container. It's got a plastic bottom. And let me get some light. I don't know if you could see it. It's the Noye model 1252. So to give you a better look, here's the bottom. It's this Noye, which I don't recognize. 10 bars of pressure. It's approved for water treatment, and it's basically just a big thermos, fiberglass. You can see the fiberglass wrapped around it. Looks pretty nice. And then in the center is a tube for the water returning. So you fill this up basically with sand. The water goes in around this tube, goes in there through the sand, and then this sucks it back up. And let me see if I can take that out to show you what that looks like. Okay. Okay, it barely fits out. So the bottom of this, let me see if I can get some better lighting here. Just a long tube. The bottom is this. Sucks the water back up. The pressure goes through the rocks. We're going to fill up that tank with bottom with gravel, so the water passes through, and the top is sand. The water gets filtered through the sand into the gravel, and this sucks it back up. And this goes back up to the plumbing. Is there anything else to see in here? I don't think there's anything else in here. So I'll put this back. Without breaking anything. Okay, this holds it in place. So it looks like they make this container for many different companies who make water filters, and they each basically just put it on their computer. I think it's very similar to the Aquapure, which I almost bought because I do have the Aquapure here, but I like the sand that they use. I don't remember what it was, but some particular sand. I'll post the links online. Seem to work better with iron, because what we're trying to filter is basically, it's mostly iron. There's a lot of iron. It's municipal water, but the water comes from well water on Long Island, and the water is full of naturally occurring iron. I also smell a little sulfur, but so they recommended just a sand filter would be fine. There are other filters that use chemicals, permanganate, I think that's the word, or chlorine. But I opted for something simple. Seems just something, because it's very effective with the carbon filter that we're using, just that's not big enough. So I'm sure with the sand, which works pretty well, and I think this filter's down to about 5 microns, hopefully it'll work pretty well. There's not much to show you until we get the rest of it, and as soon as it comes, we'll be back. We got a second box. The filter came in 4 boxes. Basically, 2 are held up. They're delayed for some reason by FedEx. So this is the second box. This one came. This is pretty light. The other 2 boxes are 50 pounds each. This one's actually, this probably weighs like about 15 pounds or so. Let's take a look. The other 2 boxes contain the sand and the gravel. Let's see what's in here. 2 of these nice get well connected stainless steel corrugated water connectors for connecting the filter. They say it makes it easier to connect it. These look really strong. So I ordered. I'm not sure if I'm going to need it or going to use it, but give you a closer look at it. And let's see what else. bag says gravel. 16 pounds. Yeah, so just to give you a look at that, 16 pounds of gravel. I guess this goes at the bottom and prevents the sand from clogging up the return of the water. It says gravel. Put that down. It's pretty small pieces of gravel. Maybe 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch size. Alright, let's see what else there is. Yeah. We can get a closer look. Okay, we got the instruction booklet. So after all, it is made by Clean Water Systems, 5900e Sediment Filter, Installation and Startup Guide. Looks like the same one that's online. You can just download it. This is a funnel for pouring in the gravel and the sand. I guess we got the gravel, but not the sand. I don't know. Must be like 50 pounds of sand. Actually, it's two 50-pound boxes, I believe, of sand, and this 16 ounces of gravel. Alright, so we got a lot of cardboard. Nothing in there. Got these valves. Some useful instructions of how to actually put it together. Questions? Call us. That's nice. Let's see what it looks like. This valve. This kind of hooks on, apparently, and you screw it tight. Let's see. How do you turn this off? It doesn't turn. Oh. Well, this doesn't turn easily. Oh, it does turn. Now it's closed. Let's see, one's closed, one's open. Alright. Another piece, I guess it connects to. We'll figure that out. Got this. What is this for? This attaches to the drain line. Show you that. It's barbed for the drain line. And this must connect to the filter head. This little a little power supply. What is it? 3 amps. I think it's 5 volts. It's hard to read. They're so small. Alright. Let's leave that out. Put this away. Let's see. This is the main piece. water systems. Basically, from what I see, the bottom, the water comes in over here to the outer part, goes into down the sand and the gravel, then it gets picked up through the center part and goes out. The water comes in, this goes in, which goes down there, and then it comes up, it comes out here. Okay, here's the power supply wire. Let's take a look. Okay, plug it in. It's all plastic, but it seems pretty sturdy. I don't know. It's 131. So let's see if I can figure some of this out. So that's how you change the time. You have to press it, you can't hold it. Hey, alright. Well, I don't know what time it is because I can't see. I'm using my phone to record it. It must be like PM. A04. I'll have to read the booklet. Must be. Alright. No. 4. That must be the days to regenerate. I don't know. 4. Let's see if you hold it. 1. It's doing something. I wouldn't stick my finger in there, but it's obviously changing the valves so it can backwash. Let's pull out the plug. Let's see what happens. Plug it back in. It reboots. Well, I'll read the instructions and take a look at it. So, I'm still waiting the sand to put this together, but looks like there's an O-ring here. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, they give you a little grease. I was looking for that. Grease all the O-rings. That's a nice touch. So read the instructions and wait for the rest of it to come. So we're making some progress here. I've played with this and it's really rather simple. You just hold on to the menu to go into the main menu. Um, and I don't know what all the choices are, but it was easier when I did it last time. So basically, you hold on to it, if I recall. Maybe you hold on to, you could change the time. It's 9:29 p.m. It's gonna back flush. I put it A is every 14 days. They recommend every 7 days, but I don't think it needs to back flush every 7 days. It's just gonna waste a lot of water. I've black flushed the smaller filters every couple of weeks, so I'm pretty comfortable with every 14 days. And you want to program it. It's set for 2 o'clock in the morning. You can get more features programmed if you hold them both down. But I think it's fine. Right now it's just flashing between the time and how many more days left to the back flush. So that's pretty much all there is to it. We'll work on the rest of the pieces, but now we have to load up the filter because the plumber's coming Friday. We've got to make some progress on that. So I'll show you what we're going to do. Here is the body of it, and we'll take it out. And this is what's important. This is where the water is going to return. Now, the water comes down into here, into the hole, and then it goes through the sand, which filters it, then the gravel, and then it comes back up through here and goes back out into your house. So if you get sand in here, at best you'll stuff it up. At worst, you'll have sand going through all of your pipes in the house, which is not good. So let's see how to do this. And I think basically you want to cover it up with something, this pipe with something, and so nothing goes down when you drop it down. And for that, I would recommend, I think some electrician's tape. It's a good time to pull out your Harbor Freight cheap electrical tape and wrap it around. You don't want to get any sand in here. So once you're comfortable with that, let's close that up. No sand's going to get in there. That's fine. We'll put the funnel on top. And there's a lot of space. I don't know if you could see. There's a lot of space. Sand and gravel will go around it. Okay. We can get better lighting. That's always the big challenge here. Okay. That may be better. Okay. So we're going to put the gravel in. And that's the 16 pounds of gravel. That goes in first. So the water can pool down in the gravel, which has more space in between it, and the water will be able to come up easily. So let's cut that open. And basically I think it makes sense to put it, because it's going to start getting heavy, you want to start putting it close to where you're going to put it finally, because it's going to get more and more difficult to move. So let's cut this open with okay. Oops. Okay, let's lift this up. Okay, so it all went in. There's a lot of dust from the gravel. I don't want to put that in because I don't think that's I'm not sure if that's the same as sand. So I'll put that back. Okay. Now they want you to fill it up with the sand. They said 2/3. I have the instruction booklet. Fill the gravel. Add the gravel to that came with your order. Then add the sediment. The tank should be about 2/3 full of media. Do not fill past 2/3, even if there is some extra media left over. So let's take a look. Basically, I don't remember what we said last time, but and these Harbor Freight rulers are off a lot, but it's roughly about 52 inches. I think so, maybe 53. So it's 17, 34, 51. About 18, I would say about 36 inches. I think we should fill it up to about 36 inches in height. I think I got that right. 18, 36, 54 inches. It's roughly 53, 54 inches. So we'll go up to about 36 inches, about 3 feet. So pretty much you can see we're going to go up to the top of that line with sand. And we'll measure it as we go. Haven't quite figured it out. I think with some of these you could actually see through it, but I don't think you could really see through this. This is pretty dark. So let's start with the sand. Now the sand comes in these 2 boxes. So we'll open it up and see what's inside. And let me just see. Let's open the box together. Oh, well, you're getting these 50-pound bags, so that's not that easy to lift up. But I presume at the least, I don't have to measure it with the first 50-pound bag because it's going to take more than 1 bag for sure. What I think I should do is, I should just shake it up a little bit to make sure that it's evenly displaced. Alright. Okay. Let's get the sand in. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. Alright. We'll cut a hole. And 1 minute. So I've been fighting with the bag, with the help of a razor blade, and I actually was able to get it open. And I wanted to show you, it's not actually sand; it's some kind of media. And just to show you what it looks like. Hold on. Let me get rid of some of this. I don't know if you can see that. Get some light here. It's like crushed something. And I think they choose this media to filter iron because that's what this is designed for. That's partially why I went with this company over Aquapure. because I felt that they had more of a handle on it. Yeah. All right. Let's get the rest of it in. Oh man. Oh, I don't know. I really could use some help with this. Oh man. All right. Should also wear a mask. So, you want to shake it up. And I don't think there's really a way to see how full it is easily. But you can tell, first of all, you may want to wear a mask because there's a lot of dust, especially if you're inside. The other thing is, it's a two-person job. You may need some help. So let's see where we are, and let's see how we measure this. I think that if I take this off, and I put this inside. Okay, so from the top, it's about 31 inches. It's about 31 inches around. It's going down. So let's see, just made it easier this way. 31 inches. All right, so 31 inches. Let's see. We need a little bit of math, but pretty much if it's 31 inches down, that means we've filled this with the gravel. We're at 22 inches, and we need to go up to 36 inches. So 22 inches with the gravel, which is a couple of inches. We need to go to 36. So it should be pretty much the whole second bed in terms of getting this to the necessary level. So I think we'll actually have to put in most, probably about 80% of it. So let's do that. Whew. So I'll do that and I'll save you the boredom of it. So I've added most of the media, and just a drop left. Second bag is much easier. You get used to it. The second bag is much easier. Alright, so what we're going to do now is they want you to fill it with water. So it's exactly the right amount of media from what I'm seeing. I didn't really measure it out at the end, but I can tell you, let me just shake it up. Basically it's 16.5 down, which is just perfect. It's right at 2/3 line. So now they want you to add water to it and let it just soak in. So we need some water. We have a hose over here. And let's hook it up to, can you see? Let's see. I'm going to hook it up to the filtered water. And let's see. This is already filtered. And fill it up with water. There's some dust coming out. Now it's going to take a lot of water. It's basically the water is draining to the bottom. So you really want to fill this up probably with water, and also about 2/3. Difficult to see, but let's get some light. Also, there's dust coming off of it. Yeah, but the media is not covered yet. It's still filling up. Alright. Oh. Okay. All right. So we've finished filling it up with water. It's above the media line, but not to the top, so that if we have to move it, it won't be impossibly heavy. Here's the valves, and this is going to connect to the back of the pump of the valve. You can see that there. And this goes like this, and then this piece connects onto this. I'll show you. And they all have O-rings, you can see there and on here. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to take the grease, which is a special grease, and we're going to put it, hopefully it opens. Okay, I think it opened. And we're going to put it on the O-rings. I think it keeps the O-rings pliable so they don't leak. Okay, so we got it on there. And I'm going to put it on these as well. They want the water to soak into the media for, I think, at least a few hours. So we're just going to leave that in there for a while until the plumber comes and he can connect this. Okay, so this part I think goes on here with these clips. Now I guess this one will, I think I have to take the clips off to get this on. Well, it's good to have a ratchet set. We're going to loosen those. Maybe it'll fit on without taking it off. Okay, that's good. Oops, not so good. I think we're better off this way. Okay. And it goes on straight. Push it on with some force and it clicks into place. And then these two clips hold it in. Which will work. Oops. Let's tighten them both equally. don't think you have to over tighten it. And then we'll put this piece on. Same way. Loosen it. This piece is going to go on there. And again, we'll just pull these out. Okay. Screwdriver might help. Just to get these clips out. Loosen that more. And then it'll pass by. You got to play with it a little bit. Push the clips out of the way. And then we'll just take them off. Which I think we're going to do. And then push this on. It's not that easy. Put some more grease on. Inside here, we'll put some grease on. I'm going to put some grease inside here, especially where the O-rings touch. Touch the bottom here. I'm going to grease that up. They fit into these grooves. I don't know if you could see. So we'll grease that up. Let's see if we push down. Yep, okay. So if you put it down and you push down from on top carefully, from like over here, you're pushing down, I don't know if you can see, but you're pushing down from the back here onto a hard surface. This piece will click into here. And now it's easy to put the clips on, which will hold it into place. Now it's easy to get the clips on. Put the clip back on. Put the screw back in. And with a ratchet, and you want to push the clip down. I don't know if you can see. Push this down when you're tightening it so it holds this piece snug to that. So you're pushing down on the clip while you're tightening it. And do the same thing on the other side. I don't think you need to over tighten it. So the only thing we'll have left to do is over here. I think that's the port it cleans out of when it back flushes. It has some of these things. I have to read the instructions on that. So the only thing left to do is to grease this up. There's one more O-ring. Actually, just want to just clean this off. Yeah. And put a good amount of grease on this O-ring over here. And this came with the filter. They pretty much give you everything you need. Alright, so we're a little short on grease, but I think it's like just enough. Okay. Oh. We're going to have, alright, that's that. Let's see what it says. It's actually good to read the instructions once in a while. So at this point, we can take off the tape that's on here. Okay, great. That's great. Maybe just clean the threads off. Just don't drop the paper towel in there. And we can get this on. Now this, you can see, this fits into here. Now there's another O-ring in here. I have some extra grease that I can use. I have it from the other filters. It's like a food-based grease that you're supposed to use for these things. This way, if you run out of grease, they don't give you that much. I think there's an O-ring inside. We'll grease that up too. Okay, so what I like to do is we'll put it on, and this fits inside here. It's going to be a tight fit. Let's push it down. Okay, it did go down. Well, you gotta play with that for a minute. So it's apparently this is a little too long, and I have to cut some of this off, which is annoying, but whatever. I'd say it's about this much. I need about that much. Let me just see. I don't want to cut off too much. I'd say about that much. You can always cut it again, so better off cutting less. I'm using this to keep it from going down the hole. Should have also put something inside of it, but I think that's okay. It'll probably just get flushed out. Okay. So we got rid of about this much. Now we'll try it again. But it pulled out a little bit. Now let's see what we can do with this. So in the end, I decided to cut it just a little bit above here because it fits so much in, it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Oh, of course you don't want to cross thread it. Just stupid. So, let's go this way. Now. Just wants to cross there. So let's play with this some more. So I've had to do it like 2 or 3 times, and it's pretty much been a nightmare. But I think I've got it. I know you're not, I had to, basically I could cross-threaded it. So I had to cut off a few pieces to get it to fit, which is like this much. I think there was a little too much. And then every time you take it up, you pull it out a little bit. Hopefully I didn't pull it out of the gravel. I think it's too long. Then I cross-threaded it, so I cleaned it up with a screwdriver. I went across all of the, I'm just too tired. All this, I try to clean up the threads, and I went, what I do is I usually do, I forgot to do, I put it in, and I loosen it. I just hold it straight, let it loosen, then I tighten it. For some reason, it just seems to click into place better. So now, I was about to give up, but pretty much, I'm not going to push it by this because I don't want to damage it. So I'm just holding it here, and it has an O-ring, so I think that's good. It's a nightmare, but it's done. You can see it's a tight fit, and fortunately we got it on. Okay, I think that's enough for tonight, and we'll wait for the plumber to come to hook it up. So we're getting there, and I just wanted to recap what we finished last night. I would suggest whenever you do a project, it makes sense just to work for an hour and then stop, and then the next night work for another hour and stop, because you get tired. If you're doing something new that's a little complicated, this way you always have a fresh perspective when you're working on it. Otherwise you get frustrated, you force things in, and then you break it. So pretty much the problem I had here, I was thinking about it. Basically the white piece that they give you, you'd think this stuff fits in perfectly. It doesn't. The white piece that goes all the way down that tube, it's too long. You have to understand that this piece fits in here about an inch. It goes down an inch. So if the white piece sticks up an inch, this won't be able to go down and make contact with the threads in there, and then you'll force it, and then you'll cross thread it like I did. So what I would suggest is you have to cut it. It should basically be, if this is the top, the white piece should be up to about there, just slightly over the top. I would say about, let me take a look. It should be up to about there, because here this is going in about an inch, and that's where the white tube should end over there. So they made it, it was much too long. It was up there, and there's nothing in the instruction booklet saying that what you should do with that. I mean, so you assume you get something, you think it's perfect, but that's not the case. So you're gonna have to cut that white pipe that level. If you made the mistake like I did by putting this on and then you realize it can't go down enough, lift it up a little bit, and you're starting to cause a problem because you're pulling it out from the bottom, that tube, and it has to be down low in the gravel. So what I did was I put a wrench inside, I pulled it up a little bit, put a wrench inside, held it while I pulled this off, so I was able to get it off without pulling it up more than maybe an inch or so total after 2 failed attempts. And if you did what I did, you cross-threaded it. What I did was I took off the top, then I used a screwdriver to clean up the threads. I ran it a flathead through the threads, cleaning it up. I then took a little WD-40 and I sprayed it. Not, I know this is not recommended, and everyone's going to yell at me, but I took it on a bounty. I put a little WD-40 on the threads here and on the threads inside. And then when I put it together, it just slid right into place. It was beautiful. The threads met, and it was great. So cut it about this level here, and the white pipe. This will fit in. This goes all the way in here, so again, the white will go up all the way up to here inside there, which is where it should go, up to about that level, and it'll be perfect. So the next step is, just to show you, is we have to control this, the external drain flow control, which connects to the valve, and then a white hose. I'll show you that here. I got this white hose. I had to buy 25 feet of it on Amazon. I don't know if you can see it. Let's open it up. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is this is going to connect. I don't know if you could see. This connect there, and then this piece, will connect in here, and then that'll drain out. So this goes on here, on the barb, and this will connect over here, so it can eject the water out the side. Okay, so let's do this slowly. First, what you do is I'll give you a close-up. I started pulling it out. This goes in here, it locks it in, and basically, let me just give you a good view. The lighting is always the most difficult part. So you pull this out. Let me just pull out this clip. Okay, and then you can pull this out. And we'll take a look at it. Alright, so we have this, and we have the piece we took off there. And first we'll put a little lube on that. Anytime you have, I should probably do it last, but anytime you have a little O-ring, just lube it up. Okay. I'll put that away. And okay, and so you take this other piece that came with it, and I think the point is every step of the way you want to add white tape, the plumber's tape, which we have some of. You should always keep some around in your house. And first thing we'll do is, this is a flow restrictor valve, so that when the water ejects, it can't go back the other way. I think that's what it is. It's a one-way valve, basically. The water can flow out, but it can't flow in, though I don't really see how that works. In, out. It says it's a flow control valve, so it's got to be controlling the flow, but your guess is as good as mine as to how that works. That hole is hollow. So, I don't really know how that works. I could breathe in both ways, so. I don't know. See the other side. Not much to it. Okay. Unless maybe what it does is it's not a one-way valve, but it restricts the pressure. That's really my guess. Because it's just a hole, it's restricting the, in other words, without this, it would shoot out at full pressure, and whatever you connect it to would probably blow off. So this restricts the pressure so that it's only letting out a little bit at a time. That's probably what it is. Okay, so let's get some tape on here. First this. And I don't think they want too much. I think just go around twice, I think. I don't even know. Just want to rub it in and then screw that in here. Okay, that's that side. And this side we'll do the same thing. Just use your judgment as to how much to use. Okay. This goes on the other side. Like I said, sometimes I find to fit it on, you loosen it, and it just clicks into place, and you'll feel it. Hear that? Then you turn it back to tighten it, and it tightens beautifully. It goes in, no cross-threading. I don't think there's that much pressure here that this is going to be a problem. Okay, now this is what's left over. You got this. We'll put some tape on that. Put this on top. Again, loosen it till it clicks into place. Then reverse it and tighten it up. Alright, so I don't think we're going to have a leak on that. Okay, so that's that. Now let's attach it to the body. Get some light. Okay. So I've greased this up. I don't know if that's enough. I'll put a little more grease on. It's just special grease for the O-rings. If you have filters, you definitely want a big tube of this. Okay, so then this, put this away. This is gonna go, let me see if you can see it. This is gonna go in here, and it's just, you push it in, clicks, and then you got this key which locks it in. I guess that keeps the force from pulling it out. So now, if you look at it, pretty much set. That's the way it should look. Okay. The water comes out, the water goes in here, this way. Goes in there, goes down, comes back up the white tube, comes back out here into your pipes. And every 14 days or every 7 days, depending how you're programming it, the valve turns and the water goes in reverse. It lets the water come in, and I guess it comes in through the pipe, so it reverses it. The motor comes in down the white pipe, going down and pushing up, and then shooting out through here into your drainage. And the drainage is just this. It's going to be this white tube that's going to hook onto there. And that's going to go, there are 25 feet of that. That, I think, is going to go, I'll show you what I got. It's going to go to, one side of it's going to be connected to the filter, and the other side is going to be connected to this thing, which I think the plumber can use it. It hooks into there, and that's going to hook into a drainage pipe, which may be this pipe over there, down there, the PVC. That goes into a sump pump. It's possible, I guess, for him to go into the sewer line, which is over there, but I'm not sure he's going to want to do that. That's up to him. We'll find out tomorrow, otherwise it's ready to go. Alright, so we have Andrew from Capstone Plumbing here again, our go-to plumber, and we got the filter, we moved it over, and we're connecting the two lines, right? So you have, right now you're connecting, that goes out, that's the outline of the water. Let me take a look. Okay, and what are those, different copper pipes? That's not solder?
These are ProPress, kind of replace brazing.
That's interesting. How do you seal it? With what?
The fitting has built-in O-ring sealers.
Oh, and you have like an electric wrench or something? That's interesting.
And then you have this press tool.
So you're gonna give up raising? Is that like it? We're done?
No. There's always a
Come on,
time
this is so easy.
when you need to do it.
Alright, so that's the out. Oh my gosh, it's
Different, right?
wow, that's so easy. Do they ever fail, these things? Or?
I haven't seen any.
Oh, that's interesting.
Some straps.
Alright, so then we'll do the water line coming in. Okay, so we got actually both of them on. This goes in, this goes back out to the house. And temporarily, we're just going to drain this into a bucket. So let's see, to backwash it, it said press the set change button on.
We think we gotta fill it first.
Oh, yeah, let's put the pressure on. Alright, let's pray there's no leaks. Especially in the work I did. Oh, a little drip, is that?
Coming from that joint right there. Alright.
Yeah. We got a little leak. Oops.
To make this thing do
Okay,
its thing.
so we're just a pinched O-ring on the other side. We took it apart, put it back together. That's fine. So I think you press it and hold it, and then you press it and hold it until it counts down. Okay, 1. I think. No. Okay. Whoa. Holy shit.
There you go.
You better grab that thing. It's really, it's got a lot of pressure, you know?
Got a little leak here.
Oh no, yeah. Oh, okay. That's my fault then. But if I didn't put enough tape on. But that's not a big deal, right? Yeah, you can take. The whole piece pops off with a clip.
Wow, look at that water.
Look at that. So we're getting pretty cloudy water there.
10 minutes?
Yeah. Holy shit. That just shut. But you know what? You may have to shut off the water because it's going to be... Alright, so while he went out to get some parts for the drain, I wanted to change the pre-filter. And the pre-filter is important actually to protect the second filter because with all the iron, they said it's going to jam up the gears. So you need a pre-filter on here. Problem is with this Aquapure, it's impossible to remove this. So I found actually a good way to do it. It just doesn't, you can't get this off. So what I do is I pump hot water. It's a little crazy, but I take some hot water from a hose and I run it on the intake and I shut off everything else so the hot water will run through and then drain out into a bucket. So that's what we're going to do here. Turn on the hot water. actually running hot water on the intake, and let's see how that goes. Turn on the water. Not too well because we have a leak. Alright, we'll work on that. Alright, so I think I figured something out. This valve didn't work. So I hooked it up to that and shut that off. And we just need the water to go to the hot water up there. Okay. Okay, so just to show you, it was impossible to take this off. Impossible. I've put hot water through here and then drained it out here and it heated it up. And let me show you something. I couldn't do it with both hands. Oops, let's get this on. One hand, just holding this for stability, comes off like butter. It's just, it's a dream. So whenever you got to take these off, forget about fighting with it, the O-ring's stuck. Just run hot water through, drain it through here, and the heat will expand it and it just comes off like butter. Look at that, baby. So this way I'll change the pre-valve, the pre-filter while he's getting out the parts, and then when he's done, everything should be good. Oops, we'll just get another bucket for that. Let me tighten that up. We need a bucket. All right, we'll just take that off. I got a bucket, I think. Okay, oh shoot. All right. It's heavy. Oh man. All right. All right, we'll take a look at that. Okay. And just to show you what it looks like, this is what it looks like. This is how much iron we have. This filter should look like this. Brand new. Is just coated with iron. And this is town water. This is municipal water. It's steaming a little bit. It's still warm. But they're getting their water from these deep wells, which are the rock, I'm told, naturally has a lot of iron in it. So that's the problem. All this iron. So unfortunately, we still have to deal with the pre-filter, but hopefully this system will work well when we're done. So I'll change that out, put a new filter in. Alright, so now we'll put the new one on. Nice clean filter. Always screw it in backwards. Just loosen it, it clicks in, then tighten it. Just a quarter or a third of a turn. Something like that. That's it. We're done with that. Close up the valves. No. We're on bypass. Okay. Alright. That should be good. We'll wait for Andrew to come back. And while he's out, the only other thing we're going to do is we have an ice machine. It's a separate video. You can watch that video. And by the way, there are 2 other videos I have on my filtration system as it's developed. But we're going to replace the ice maker filter. And for that, I'm going to use a better filter, a really good GE cartridge filter. It filters out to, how many microns? I don't know, let's open it up and take a look. Now, filters out sediment and even chemicals. I think I spoke to them, and it filters out to 1 or 2 microns. Let me see if it says. It says VOC reduction. Oh, actually, it says over here. Let me see if you can see it. Hold on. It filters to. Where is that? 0.5 to 1 micron. So for the ice machine, you really want clean filter. So after it goes through the first filter, it'll go through this. This is probably a 20 micron filter, 20 to 30 micron filter. This is a 5 micron sediment and iron filter. It's with clay. That's what that was. It looked like clay to me. And then it's going to go down to about a 0.5 to 1 micron just for the ice machine. And we have another one actually just for a sink above the stove. That's up there. And but we're going to replace this. This is should be relatively easier. Set that up. This would just take everything leaks. In any event, it shouldn't be a lot of water. Okay, so this also has an O-ring. This filter isn't as good. I don't know if you can see that. So we've got this. Let's pour that out. Clean it out. These are a lot easier to remove. Okay. Clean out the O-ring. Put the O-ring back in. Half the time it doesn't fit. You have to use a new O-ring. We'll put some more grease on. It's a special food grease. And that's basically the secret to getting really good ice. If you want clean ice, you really have to filter it. You'll get beautiful clear ice. Put that inside. And again, you put it up. You loosen it, unscrew it as you're pushing up. Oops. And then usually it'll click in. You'll feel it. I don't really feel it in this kit. Hold on. Okay. I don't know. Put it this way. I did want to check one thing before I tighten it. Should clean it out a little bit. So much iron. It's ridiculous. Okay, I'll get this back on. Okay. Tighten it by hand. Use a wrench. Okay, that's good. I had a piece on top that I lost to really screw it in, but whatever, it seems to be working. It's holding. We'll turn the water back on. Okay, that's that. He'll be coming back. Okay, so we cut that pipe, I guess. We need more towels. If the light's bothering you, just tell me.
What I do need is, you have like a little pan or something down
Oh,
there?
like to catch the water?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
If you got something low.
Okay, so that's the line that goes into the sump pump, or the discharge pump, whatever it's called.
This, yeah.
From the AC and the boiler. So we'll tap into that, and this will shoot into that. So we're going to put a check valve on so the water doesn't go back like up the boiler or something, or back up the AC unit. So let me just take a look. Yeah, you get a chance. Okay, so we got, this is a one-way valve. This is coming down from the filter. That should drain into there. And that goes into the sump pump. And here's another connection we put in, which goes in there. And that's so I could just back flush the main filter. That looks good. Alright, so let's see what happens. We, oh yeah, put a clamp on there.
We gotta fix this up here, I think, too. So.
Oh, yeah. Do we not fix that leak? You put the tape on that? I don't remember.
No, we didn't do that.
So we gotta tape it and put the clip back on and clip it in. Yeah, you don't want that popping off on a back flush.
It's just a lot of pressure on that thing.
Right. It's like whole house pressure. There is a reducer in there, but it still seems like a lot of pressure. Okay, that should keep it on. Okay. Alright, so we'll tighten up the other side and then get it running. Alright, so I think we can turn it on. We'll clip that to the wall. Yeah, we'll finish this up. We gotta attach this to the wall and then redo this. Okay, you plug it back in. I don't know what position it's in, but 1-10, I forgot what all this means. I don't know, we'll give it a second. Oh, the water's not, oh, we don't, it's going to back flush anyway. It doesn't need to be on. We'll leave that off so it doesn't go up. I want it to back flush first. I'm not sure what the thing is, 3-06? I don't know, no, it's, it means something. I forgot what all this means. Let me just figure it out for a minute. We'll come back. Yeah, I had the water off, so it wasn't working. So now it's, oh wait, but you know what the problem, oh no, it's filling up the ice machine. Okay, so is it running down through here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh, it's shooting through. Okay. Check for leaks or anything. I don't see any leaks. So that's, it's draining into the, down the line. You know, the pump's going to kick on soon. Wow, you can really feel it. So it's really flushing through. It looks pretty muddy to me, no? It's all that, yeah, I think they use clay. That's what it looked like to me. Some kind of, ugh, it's gross. Yeah, so you really have to filter this out and let it run through. It's a lot of water. This is great. This I'll be able to back wash manually as well, which is good. Yep, you can hear the pump going. Alright, no leaks. You don't think?
Let me get some short screws. Flushing, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's do that again. What is it? What'd you do? It's really
Let me get a couple of straps.
a ton of water. What kind of screws do you need? Because I mean, I have a lot of
Something
stuff.
really short.
Oh, so look what's happening now. Now it's clearer. It's really clearing out. You see it?
Yeah. I would just check around that laundry room and make sure everything's good over there.
Yeah, let's make sure nothing's leaking. Yeah, I'm just looking at the pump room. Nothing's leaking, which is good. And the pumps, it's a little discharge pump that's just pumping up the water. So that's good. And this I can just turn on, and it's open down there, right?
Is that tight up there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Up, not tight. Maybe you'll just take a look at it. Oh, okay. I think that's tight now. It's a little taut, but
I would probably.
you know, you got to tie it up, tighten it up down there too. Yeah, maybe we could use a longer one. You know what? It's working. It's fine. You know what I could actually do? I could put an extension on there. That would probably do it, like a hose extension, like a 1-inch.
Yeah. Those are cheap. You could just pick up like an 8-foot
Yeah.
hose.
All right, so that was just a test, so we're gonna shut that off. But it's good. Nothing seems to be leaking, and it's much clearer now. You know, that looks really nice. I just have to look at the instructions of how much to wash it, to flush it.
It shuts off the ceiling. I gotta get moving here.
All right, I'll get you out of here.
Let me
Oh, okay, so we bracketed that up. Look how nice that looks. We're not letting the water in the house. Well, anyway, it's just back flushing.
forget when you.
Oh, can you open that though?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
How
it
do
off.
you, where does this come in? Do you know?
What is it doing now? I don't know what it's doing. Is it pumping out water?
Yeah.
No, now it's finished. Okay, so now it's finished. You can see the air bubbles are coming up. Okay. So now it just says 14 more days to...
So I would probably now open this, close this, go in the filter. Now
Oh,
if
it's
you run your
not
laundry
no
tub,
on the filter. Okay, that's good.
if you turn your laundry tub on,
It'll do what?
it'll just get the air out.
Oh, okay. Well, I got it. I got it. Right, I'll do that. I'll turn on the water there, get the air out. Okay, that you can open that up? I can never open that up. Okay. So it looks like it's working great. We'll check out the water pressure. So we're just going to drain out, get the air out of the system and check the water pressure. We had really low water pressure because of all the iron was stuffing up the filters. So we'll take a look at that. Let's just get all this dirt out of here. Okay. And we're ready to check that out. Let's see. That's good. The water is nice and clean. I don't know how good you can see it, but it's very clean water. We're getting some air bubbles. Okay. Alright, so I think that's a job well done by Andrew. We'll do one last look over. I think the only other thing to do is it loses the time if you pull out the thing. So you hold down menu. Oh, I don't know, for some reason you can't see it well here. I don't know. It's a different menu. Set change 10. So it's, you basically go, I don't know if you could see. Let me shut off the lights. I think you can see better in the dark, but in the dark I can't work with it. So let me just see. Okay, that's pretty good. It's one digit at a time. Oh, so you go 6 of it, 216. And then you hit that, and then it's 2. Oh, come on. What am I, an idiot? Alright, in any event. PM. That's every 14 days it's going to go on. Oh, come on. Alright, so 2:16 p.m. That's the time now. 8:14 means every 14 days it's going to wash through. They recommend every 7 days, but I don't think that's necessary. 2:16. Alright, so now it's just it should just flicker between 14 days left, and it's 2:16 p.m. Alright, it looks good. We're all done. Another bang up job. Interesting lesson about these this new type of plumbing that I had only heard of, but haven't really seen. No soldering required. And here's a drain valve. Everything's working great. It'll all dry up, and we've got a new filtration system. Seems to be working well. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, just put it in the bottom, and take care.